The other day we had a windstorm. So this is what's happening in my neighborhood today. We can zoom in here. We've got tumbleweeds blowing along. And it looks like this is where a lot of the tumbleweeds ended up that were blowing around. Oh boy. Wow. How's it going, everyone? Brian here, just to give you a little update on what's been happening in the channel. Yeah, you like the hula hoops on the wall there? As you can see, I am sitting in my truck in my garage, getting ready to leave. Things have still been busy, even though it's been, what, like a month since I last made a video, kind of giving an update on the channel. Excuse me. That's why I'm making this one, because renovations are still ongoing out at my duplex. But I figured I'd take you guys along for the ride a little bit today. So here we go. So the main thing I've been working on most recently is I've had to replace a section of the floor where the washer and dryer used to be in my duplex. About a year ago, the water heater we found out was leaking, and how long it had been leaking we don't know, because it's in a closet that there's no reason to look inside that closet unless you're looking at the water heater. So we found out basically when the water heater fell through the floor, because it had rotted the entire floor out. Well, of course, some of that water kind of penetrated over into the area where the washer and dryer is, and that floor got rotted pretty bad and needed to be replaced. So that's what I've been working on most recently. I had to tear all of the tile out, as well as the subfloor beneath it, and then I had to frame in some 2x4s and stuff to create a support structure for the new plywood I would be putting down. And then I had to patch that all back in and replace the tile. I just finished installing the tile yesterday, and today the first thing on my to-do list is to grout the tile. And to do that, I need to stop in at Home Depot real quick and find some grout that hopefully will be a nice close match to what is currently in there. Flooring. That's probably where we need to go, right here. Brought a chunk of the old grout so that I can compare. And I think the pewter here is our best shot. All right, let's go. It's always important to clean your tools when you're done. anyone that has never done tile work like this before, you want to wait a little bit for the grout to set up before you clean off the tile. You obviously don't want to wait for it to completely dry, because then it becomes like hard as cement and you cannot get it off without going through some pretty drastic measures. But I've let it set up here for a little bit now, and I think I'm ready to wash it off. I've donned my gloves because the stuff in the grout, when you mix it with water, it'll dry your skin out like pretty good. I mean, it's not dangerous or anything that I'm aware of, but it can be kind of painful, so yeah, glove up. One thing I should probably mention is that while you're doing this, you want to you don't want to push down hard, because you don't want to dig out the grout out of the joints. You just kind of want to let the sponge slightly skim across the top, just kind of smooth things out and wipe things out somewhat. This isn't exactly a tutorial video though, this is a vlog, so why am I giving instructions? And then after you're done with your first wash, come back with a sort of kind of second wash to clean the tiles off a little more. By that time, your water is going to be pretty filthy, and so for like a third wash, to really get things cleaned up, you'll grab a clean bucket and do it one more time. And then sometimes after, well, I guess most of the time, after it's all dry, you still got to come back and like kind of dust it off, buff it off, but to get it to look the best. But yeah, that's my little bit of tile 2 cents. All right, with the grout all done, we are now going to move into this bedroom here, and we are going to install that ceiling fan right there. And for everybody asking why I didn't put the blades on before putting the fan motor up on the ceiling, that's what the instructions said to do. All right, the ceiling fan is installed. Now for the moment of truth. We will turn that on, and then let's see, turn the fan on. It's working. Fan is working. And now the light. And that is not working. Okay, looks like I gotta go check my wiring, see what I did wrong.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I took the cover off of the fan up there and checked all the wires. I even cut all the wires and re-wire nutted them back together, and the light still wasn't working, but it looks like that's because I'm an idiot. Because this remote, what I didn't know until I read the instructions, is that the light is actually dimmable. So if I held down the button right here to turn the light on and off, then the brightness of the light went up. So I'm going to turn it on. See, hey, it's working, yay! But if I hold the button, it should dim, I think. Yes, there it goes. It's dimming, dimming, dimming. But it just dimmed down, and now it's dimming, brightening again. But yeah, it was like completely off. And I just held the button down until the light brightened up. So it was probably working the entire time, and I'm just dumb and didn't read the instructions. Go figure, right? Anyway, to show you guys some of the other work that's been done since I last showed you guys what was going on in here. The bedroom, you kind of saw this. Let's see, let's switch to 0.5 so we can get a better view. You kind of saw this, I think, as I was working on the light here, as I've got these closet doors installed with the barn door hardware. So they slide nicely back and forth. So that's one thing that I've done. Also, I have installed new doors because the old doors, like several of them had holes in them. And so I've installed new doors and new trim around the doors. All the rest of the baseboard I've caulked all along the top edge of it, so we're going to paint that too to white. So it'll. And then we've got these doors here that I did. This is the bathroom in here, and this is the other bedroom, which I'm going to be going in here in just a minute to put this fan up. And I think when I put this fan up, I'm going to put it all together down on the floor and then hang it up onto the bracket. New flooring has been installed since you guys last saw what was going on in here. I got a pile of stuff, leftover material from things I've been doing. I think the last time I showed you guys what I was doing here, I think there was a hole in the floor here because what had happened is the water heater had leaked, which is inside this closet right here, which I think I talked about that when I was doing the tile, actually. Oop. So there's the water heater. So that's the only reason you would open this cupboard ever, is to look at the water heater, and then the furnace is right next to it. So this is one of those cupboards that the tenants, when they're living here, never ever open. These don't close right either, so that's something else on my to-do list, is I've got to figure out what to do to get them to close correctly. But yeah, the place has been painted, obviously, because I think I had beige walls before. Everything's all white now. So yeah, things are coming along. There's still some work left to do, but it's getting there. We had the countertop guys in here yesterday to template the countertops. We're going to put quartz countertops in, which should look really nice and they'll be durable. But yeah, that's what's going on in here. So I guess time to move on to installing the fan in that back bedroom. And once again, it is time for the moment of truth. We got the remote, hit the light. Hey, it works the first time. How about that? And let's try the fan. And it's going. All right. Well, that's about it for today, guys. I am going to clean up and go home. It's starting to get dark outside. It's not too dark yet, but it is time to call it a day and go home. Thanks for sticking around with me. Again, I'm not 100% sure on how much longer it's going to take me to get things finished where I can get back to making regular, PC and VR content again on YouTube. Hopefully in the next few weeks, I'll be wrapping everything up and we'll be all done here, and I can get back to doing the normal type of content that you guys subscribe for. But anyway, thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed this little vlog thing. I'm not much of a vlogger, really. That's not really my thing. But hopefully it turns out okay. I guess if it really sucks, you guys will never even see this. I'll never even upload it. But anyway, we'll catch you all later. And yeah, okay, bye.
Come on, do it. You know you want to. Subscribe.